All right, guys, so a couple of quick updates for you guys, some good news, some bad news. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's go ahead and dive into the content. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Baltimore Ravens hiring a new linebacker coach, Tyler Santucci. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. But this comes off of the heels of parting ways with their former linebacker coach, which was Mark DeLeon. Mark DeLeon was only the linebacker coach for 1 year with the Baltimore Ravens. He was formerly with Chicago and had some experience with Roquan Smith there, but the Ravens are going in a different direction. I'm telling you guys right now, this is a very exciting hire for John Harbaugh and this Ravens coaching staff. Now, this is after some more recent news of the Ravens hiring the new senior secondary coach in Chuck Pagano. And Chuck Pagano is an absolute stud. Used to be a defensive coordinator and even a head coach. So got a lot of experience, got a lot of juice, and then you add another young buck in here, 36-year-old Tyler Santucci, was most recently the defensive coordinator at Georgia Tech. I'm really liking the direction of this new coaching staff on defense, really revamping and really tooling with a really energetic, smart, defensive-minded guys, man. I absolutely love it. He was the coordinator at Duke the year before he was the DC at Georgia Tech, and he was the co-defensive coordinator the year before with Texas A&M in 2022. Tyler Santucci also played linebacker at Stony Brook from 2006 to 2009, was the Big South Defensive Player of the Year as a senior, and then starting coaching immediately after that. So a brand new senior secondary coach in Chuck Pagano, and a brand new inside linebackers coach after parting ways with Mark DeLeon. So exciting new coaching staff hires. I love how the Ravens are getting busy and revamping this coaching staff, especially on the defensive side. Now the offensive side, I think it's going to remain relatively intact. I think they're going to stick with their offensive line coach who they hired midseason, unfortunately due to Coach G's passing. We also know that Todd Monken was extended to stay the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. The running backs coach, I think, is remaining as well. So coaching staff relatively intact for next season, which is great because most of the time the second and third years of a defensive coordinator tenure are the best. The second year of Mike McDonald was the best. He led the triple threat defense in points per game, sacks, takeaways. Got the second year of Todd Monken last year, which, Lamar Jackson probably going to win another MVP, and the Ravens were third all-time in yards per play, top three in almost every offensive category, seventh in passing, first in rushing, top three in points per game. So point is, you get year 3 of Todd Monken, year 2 of DC Zach Orr with some new juice added to the room, some support staff, linebackers coach, senior secondary coach. I'm really liking the way this coaching staff is panning out. The other thing I want to talk about is Ronnie Stanley. A report came out from NFL Rumors that free agent Ronnie Stanley is projected to make over $21 million per year in free agency. Now, he was making, I think, about $19 million per year with the previous contract he had with the Baltimore Ravens. He's now a free agent, and I don't think that the Ravens are going to pay him anywhere near that with the injury history and the way they've been trying to get younger on the offensive line. They also go on to say 3 of the projected teams are the Ravens, the Bears, and the Raiders. Now, you have some options if you're the Ravens for offensive line. First of all, you do hold the 27th overall pick in the NFL draft, and it looks like there's some promising offensive tackle prospects that could plug and play. We saw it last year in the second round. The Ravens were able to get a starting caliber right tackle in the second round who he didn't start right away. He was worked in the first few weeks, but then once he got his feet under him, he was ready to go. The Ravens have done a pretty good job historically of evaluating offensive line talent, and there's a good amount of offensive tackle prospects the Ravens could go in that direction if they want to, if they move on from Ronnie Stanley. The other option is bringing Ronnie Stanley back on a 1 or 2 year deal if the Ravens don't want to have long-term risk complications, but that's going to eat up a large amount of the salary cap. Or the Ravens could move right tackle Roger Rosengarten over to the left side because he has experience playing left tackle. And quite frankly, I think he's very capable with his athleticism and his technique. But then you'd have to find a replacement at right tackle, whether that would be Daniel Falele, but he started at guard last year, or if you drafted another guy to play right tackle. Patrick McCarry's also a free agent, and he was a starting guard. So the Ravens have some questions to answer on the offensive line. It's probably the biggest question mark besides another starting corner now that Brandon Stevens is a free agent. So starting corner and then offensive line, specifically your guard positions and your left tackle, is the biggest remaining question marks. But the Ravens, like we said, they got 11 draft picks to try to address some of these needs. But I just wanted to hop on here real quick and provide you a quick update that the Ravens hired this new linebacker coach, and I think it's a great move for the Ravens. I'm excited to see what he can do to get the most out of our linebackers with Trenton Simpson, hopefully getting his starting role back, and then Roquan Smith, hopefully having another, a bounce back year after last year was a little bit of a down year. Really excited for Chuck Pagano and what the Ravens end up doing on the offensive line. If they go young, if they kind of go with a mixed approach. We got the draft pretty close, free agency right around the corner in March. So I can't wait. Make sure you got your subscribe and notification bell on so you don't miss any news, Ravens content, or anything we got planned for you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ray, when he wasn't looking, he ran me over.